And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Bandu, which is a reprint of Ballsack. This is a game that says it's been out for 25 years now. I probably have taken a look at an earlier version of this. This is a game in which you are stacking blocks, where it looks like they rated Michaels, and you are trying to use the different things that you find there to build towers. Let me show you. As you can see, there's a whole pile of different pieces here. We got long, thin ones. We have this wedge-shaped piece, good for a doorstop. We have a ball with a hole in it. There's an egg. There's the Holy Grail. Choose wisely. There's, I don't even know what this piece is. Okay, it looks like they went to the craft store and just got a whole pile of pieces. Now, there are 4 different games to play. In some of them, you're building a tower and adding pieces to it and trying not to make it fall over. But for most games, each player is going to start with 10 of these coins, and they're going to use those for bidding purposes. Now, in one game, each player is going to bid on a piece to be their base. You can't use one of these Zoc pieces. There's 6 of these. So you probably want this piece, because this is the best piece in the game, probably. Or maybe this wedge piece. I don't know what piece you want to be your base. But whatever piece you want, you can pick it and you can bid on it. And then whoever bids the highest, you go around. And when you bid, whatever you bid is going to be gone. So you have your piece. After that, each piece that you take has to be stacked on that piece. But the other players aren't going to make it easy for you. What they're going to do, the other players, they can do 2 different types of auction. When it's your turn to be the auctioneer, you can auction a piece that you want, in which case everybody bids for it, highest bidder wins. Or, and if no one bids for it, then you get it. Or you can bid for a piece you don't want. In this case, you say, I don't want this, and each person's going to bid for this piece, and eventually one person can't take it, and they're going to have to stick it on their pile. Yeah, that's right, I was prepared. And so players are going to take these pieces. Now, if you make a piece fall off your tower, or your tower falls for any reason, oh, look at this. Oh, this is going to get harder. These Zoc pieces can be put on after the bases are out. But if you make a piece fall, you're out. All right, last person out is the winner. You can also play one where you can bid, and if you win the bid, you can force somebody else to put it on your tower. And if they make it fall, then they're out. So they're gonna try to put in your tower and not make your tower fall, but also put it in your tower in such a way to make future building impossible. And that's basically it. Once you run out of gems to bid with, because all gems are paid to the bank, well, then you're kind of stuck. You're just going to have to put whatever pieces you get as they come along. You can also play a variant where each person has a Zoc blocks, and once per game, you win a piece and you don't want to put that piece in your tower. You chuck that one and put the Zoc block on instead. So there's other variations, but basically it's just playing with this plethora, this apple wedge, this weird column that's slightly curved. I don't even know what this is. These look like dice, these pieces. A hole in the middle of this one. This one here is a great piece to put this round cylinder in. A pyramid. Looks like a drill bit. A bottle from the Bottle Imp game. This giant pawn. So that's how you play. So there are 4 games in the box, although they're mostly the same thing. Take weird blocks, stack them, don't make them fall over. This is the very basic of a dexterity game. And in that regard, it's fine. The auction is okay, although they have like the different terms that you have to use. And it can be confusing. Okay, I want to keep this piece or I want to get rid of a piece. I'm just surprised they just didn't have the get rid of pieces. But I mean, sometimes you want a very specific piece. And auctions are not as interesting, I think, in this open currency, because what happens is you start with 10 gems and you're going to lose those really quickly. Let's say you bid 3 on something. Well, that's 30% of what you have. And there's only so many times you can do that before you're out of gems, period. So auctions really don't come that interesting, and you'll find a lot of people won't bid on anything unless it's a block that they really think is going to make their tower fall over. Even the basic game of this is fun, taking these blocks and building the different towers, and I really do like the pieces, and in fact this also doubles as a very fun set. Oh, look at that, chocolate ice cream. As a very fun set for my son, who is 2. He likes to play with these blocks and do different things with them because there's a lot of cool blocks in here. This game is fine, but it's not great though. And I hate to do this sort of thing, but look at this. This is junk art. You can go watch my review of junk art. Junk art on its onset looks a lot like Bandu, but the fact is junk art has much better pieces. Everyone has the same pieces, has a variety of games, and just is a better game overall. So while I like Bandu, and you can play it and have fun with it, that's fine, I cannot not mention the fact that this one is so much better. And this is the one that's in my collection. I got a spot for right here on the shelf. It's there. It's mine. I'm going to keep that one. This one certainly was fun to let my son play with all the blocks. And it is an entertaining game, but it's very not memorable. Sure, it's been around for 25 years, but there's been a lot of games been around for 25 years. So, hey, if you see it for a cheap price, get it. It's not a big deal. It's not a bad deal. There's all kinds of cool blocks in here, but here in this game, in Bandu, I really feel like they took a bunch of blocks and threw them in. And the junk art, I feel like they worked, well, I know they worked really hard at getting the right pieces that seemingly fit together in really cool ways. And they're colored and match the player's colors. Everyone has the same pieces. This one has the bidding thing, which is just a little clunky. You can take that out and just play with stacking the pieces. But then I could just grab a whole random pile of objects from my kid's toy room and do that too. So this is good, just not great, and it's starting to feel a little dated. Dice Tower Judgment approved.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!